What is up, people? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. You know, it's actually not in the thumbnail. Probably the biggest story that I could have talked a couple of days ago as we underwent some server outages and, of course, delays for week 1 so far of our RLCS, both EU and NA matches. Now, with that, though, the day before what was supposed to be the start of EU RLCS, it was the announcement, finally, of where ScrubKilla would be going, that being Mouz Sports. And yes, I need to talk about this very briefly because it could be one of the biggest changes we see throughout this year, a gigantic change for a team who, by the way, ever since I started actually frequently watching Rocket League back to Season 6, Mouz Sports, ever since I started covering it, and yes, we fell off a bit, we're trying to come back as well as we kind of try and draw on the storylines of the sport itself. Now, Mouz sucked. And they had for quite some time. When I first started watching Season 6, you know, they should have been relegated. Season 7, they narrowly were, but still, they survived. Season 8, they finally did get relegated down to Rival Series before disbanding, and even then, they still had made those changes for guys like a lot, and now they have rehauled the entire roster. And with that being said, guys, you still have a guy like Cuxter, you still keep a guy like Speed, and now you get a world champion in Scrub. If there is anything Mouz Sports is doing very well besides CSGO, it is Rocket League going all in, and it's going to be super exciting to see how dangerous of a roster these guys can be, because they will be a top half roster. That's nearly, I would say, nearly guaranteed, if not one of the best in the entire world. So Scrub finally going there amidst all this talk about why he had left formally. This is exciting for me, and again, for the first time now in 4 seasons, or three seasons, I get to see Mouz Sports hopefully be at the top, and their curse, hopefully the championship series, will come to an end this season. Now, alongside that, also in our last video, we did talk about Bluey. His statement was coming soon about recent rumors of Toxicity being the reason as to why he was actually removed from the Barca roster. He has now posted as well as Twitlonger. I will link it down below for you guys as well. I would say very well put for a kid. He is a kid. He still is. He actually makes sure to mention in that post, it's straight business, guys, okay? You know, they thought they could do better with someone else. They swap him out for a guy like Flakes, and that's just how it is sometimes in esports, especially Rocket League, where it's just one change can make a gigantic difference, and it only takes 2 guys to agree. That's just how it is. And especially, by the way, make sure to mention when referring to the toxic comments he's had in the past ever since his time with PSG, he makes a great point, at least to me. I'll try and explain it to you guys. He was 16 at the time. He's not much older now. He's still so young, learning so much. And he actually said and admits to saying publicly things he just should not have ranted about, should not have said in the first place. It was very immature. He's trying to learn and move forward from that. And we see this a lot in the Fortnite scene and a lot of esports scenes out there. These are young pros, okay? Equivalent to high schoolers out there. They gotta learn. I was saying stupid stuff when I was in high school. A lot of you guys are probably younger or even older than that. You know you've said stupid things as well, and I get this. As long as he can move forward and actually learn from it and hopefully grow from it, I can't complain. If it does come time, though, for a 3rd or a 4th team complaining about the same things, well, then we have an issue. I think it was a great post by Bluey, who I do consider to be a friend and a great guy to watch play Rocket League. I cannot wait to see his future as well. Now, very lastly, for all of you guys entering back into discussion, I talked about this back to Season 7. It's been kind of faulty ever since then, and ever since its launch, I should say, that being the RLCS Esports shop. As you guys can see on screen, they finally did nail down their teams, which will not be Rival Series teams and will also not feature ever football clubs. I promise you guys, ever since I started covering this, there must be some sort of negotiation. Speak of the devil, Bluey, when it was actually Bluey back on Barca and the esports shop and RLCS items became a thing, I tried to talk to him about it, and he said, you know, it wasn't what you thought it was. He didn't give me too many other details, though. I'm going to have to take a wild guess and say there's some sort of crossover issue between EA and FIFA and these football clubs being affiliated with EA and not wanting to do the same thing with Epic Games or Sonic Studios inside Rocket League, because we have yet to see a football club this time around. Well, again, PSG, they never got it. Barca still doesn't get it. And AS Monaco, they also will not get it. Alongside all 4 Rival Series teams will not be affiliated this time around for the RLCS item shop. I hope next season comes around if we're going to follow the same trend. Usually if you get affiliated, or of course if you spend 1 whole year inside the RLCS, I hope they get added to the item list. I'm not sure these pro players are making that much money off these items, but still, especially when it comes time for a Rival Series team or an unaffiliated, non-org attached attached team, that money probably makes a huge difference. So I hate to see some teams always left out, and hopefully it will be changed in the future. I just hope that sometime around we're 20 for 20 for both NA and EU, and then of course you add on your other regions as well. I know it's going to be a bit oversaturated, but still, all these teams, all these players deserve to be paid as the other teams are being paid. Maybe it's my own opinion, but that alongside other things, the esports shop, I don't like the way it operates, and you guys, of course, can leave your thoughts down below. I don't know. I know there's a lot of debates out there about the rotating item shop as well, and especially when it comes time for not featuring all teams fairly. Yes, there might be a lack of negotiation going on, but I hope it gets fixed sometime in the future. Not too big of an issue, I'm sure, but would love to see fair treatment across all of the competing teams inside the championship series. As always, though, my name is Jake, breaking down esports talk and Rocket League news here almost every single week. We're going to try and see, with week 1 and week 2 combined, what kind of storylines come out of this weekend. Until next time, take care. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon.